Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome to Blood and Butter. Can we have an honest discussion about alcohol? Sorry, a little easier to see without the glare. Alcohol is fucking weird. Like, I went 7 weeks when I started the carnivore diet with no alcohol, and it was fine. It was like totally fine. And then I cheated once. Then it was my birthday. I cheated again. And I say cheated, I mean broke the carnivore diet with alcohol. And then ever since then, and you should know, I'm not a person that cheats on the carnivore diet. I did on my birthday. I made a whole video about it. But generally, while the temptation is mild but there, I don't have a cheat meal. I don't break with pizza. Shit sounds good, but I'm in on the carnivore diet. I eat beef mostly, and some other things. But with alcohol, it's like I was fine for 7 weeks. I was happy to go to bed every night. Temptation wasn't there. And then all of a sudden, you have it once, you have it twice, and it creeps back in. I had some whiskey on Sunday night. It's Friday night now. I had some whiskey on Sunday night, and Monday I was fine. You know, I can't drink as much as I did before the carnivore diet, but I had some, and I was fine on Monday. But I mean, I just didn't feel as good, and I made a very logical decision. You know, it's very clear that alcohol just doesn't really have a place. I didn't have that much fun, and I don't even feel that bad, but I feel better without it. We're just gonna do without it. Tonight, Purdue's playing in the Sweet 16. Game doesn't start till 10:30. We have a good first half. Halftime's about wrapping up, and I start thinking, talking to my buddies about the game. Might be fun. I pour a couple of whiskeys. So I do that. Get done, start talking to one of my buddies. A couple more. And right now it's 1:46. I normally go to bed between 10:30 and 12. Now it's almost 2. Just poured another one. My house is prepared for us to paint tomorrow. Slow stakes, no certain time we're planning on getting started or anything, but you know, we got plans tomorrow. And as someone who doesn't cheat on a carnivore diet, why is it so tough to just not have alcohol for the night? That thought creeps in like, oh, it might be fun to just have one or two. And then it's like, maybe because it's the only outlet that you leave. You let it wiggle itself in, and then it's the one outlet where I'm not disciplined. I'm not as disciplined. So when you finally indulge, you'll want to stay indulged. It's tough. I don't think people talk about alcohol in the most honest way. And I want to change that conversation. I want to say, why is it hard for normal people who can go 7 weeks without even really sweating it? You know, it was no thing. I was really enjoying just going to bed, getting up early, getting a lot of sunlight in the morning, intermittent fasting, and I loved it, and I love it still. But then you indulge just a little bit, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, and next thing you know, it's 2 in the morning, and You just pour another one. Fuck, it's good. It's really good. But everything else in my life, I say, just not a good fit. Not a good fit for me. The carnivore diet, that's the fit. But with this, it's something a little bit different. And I'd really like to understand it better. But then you wonder, you make all these decisions logically, it all comes from the brain. Okay, that's the right decision, that's the wrong decision. And then you do it anyways. So how do you take something that you understand, you want to understand it better, but how do you apply it when logic doesn't seem to be the driving force? Something to work on, something to think about. And, I'm someone who's dealt with a lot of addiction. This is different. It's different somehow. I don't think addiction is the only factor at play. I think there's some other neurological sort of pathways that are involved here. So how do you, even if you understand it, if you make the connection, how do you implement something that's not completely logic driven? I mean, discipline is the answer, sure, but there's always the factor of being a real person. So I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. All 77 subscribers. I know I'm not making a big dent here. I'm mostly talking to myself, but let's be more open. Let's be more honest about the conversation around alcohol. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one.